What should you do when your sales are down? Hello, my name is Rob Spence, Managing Director of Paragon Sales Solutions, also the author of Relationship Selling and the Paragon Mindset, also an avid Leicester City fan, as you can see. What happens when your sales are down? It happens a lot in business, but not just in business, but for a sales professional as well. As a salesperson who's selling on behalf of a company or a business, sometimes our sales go down and we're not hitting target. And it can be a real demoralizing time, sometimes a real worrying time, a concerning time. And it happens to us all from time to time. And here is sort of my 3 top tips on what to do when your sales are down, with the idea of if you put these tips into practice, your sales will go back up. So without further ado, tip number 1. Tip number 1, slow down. It's really easy and it happens so often when we see that our sales are slipping through our fingers and our sales figures are down, that we start running around like busy fools trying to do everything, become a bit scatty, become a bit high pressured and sort of rush things through, when really perhaps we need to take a step back. We need to slow things down. We need to reassess, reevaluate, and calm things down. There's nothing worse than seeing a desperate salesperson pressuring people into making a sale, when all that's going to happen is that salesperson is going to force the buyer into what's known as buyer's remorse. But also, when we rush things, we can make the wrong decisions. So take your time, take a breath, have a look at what's going on. Where are your prospects at the minute? Where do you need to be spending your time? In your sales presentations, slow down. Act as if there's no pressure on you, and you'll see that all of a sudden sales will start naturally coming through. Tip number 2, switch to a more consultative selling type of selling. We've spoken about consultative selling before, and if you've not watched the sales snippet on consultative selling, go watch it. In a real brief nutshell, consultative selling is where the salesperson will put on their consultant's hat and help their prospect become more of they'll become more of a guide for the prospect. They'll take the time to listen to the prospect's needs, change the way that they create a business solution for that prospect. They'll listen, they'll guide, and they'll consult. And in doing so, perhaps you'll find that when you take a step back from step 1 and slow down, put our consultant's hat on and see actually what the prospect wants. Maybe we'll see that what we were doing before just wasn't working, and what your customer and your market actually wants is plan B. Putting the consultant's hat on, all you've got to do is sell plan B. And finally, tip number 3, remain positive. And yeah, listen, I know it's tough. It's really hard to just say, stay positive, chin up, come on, you'll be fine. But it's really important that no matter what is going on, whether that's in your personal sales career or in your business, stay positive. It's all about that positive mental attitude. I'm reading a book at the minute, actually, a Dale Carnegie book, Effective Speaking, and he talks about trying to always think positively and positive things will happen. And I guess it stems down to the law of attraction and so on and so forth. But by staying positive, you're going to put on a massive, massive front, not only for your prospects, for yourself as well. We've all seen desperate salespeople. I think there's a character in The Simpsons, right? What's his name? Who's always down in the dumps, is trying to sell cars, and another, walking around with a briefcase, and he just, I can see him. I can't think of his name, but he seems down in the dumps. You don't want to be that person. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that girl. Remain positive. Always remain positive. If you think yourself to be a success, you will be a success. It can be as simple as that. And in doing these 3 tips, I guarantee you'll see your sales increase. So calm things down, slow things down, switch to a more consultative selling approach, and remain positive. Remain positive, and you will push forward and see a whole new increase in your sales. I'm confident of it. What do you think to these little tips? Drop me an email below. It's open there, rob@paragonsalessolutions.co.uk. Thank you so much for watching this week's sales snippet. Please do like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Or if you're watching on Facebook, like, share and comment as best you want to. And until next week, all the best.